What's up everybody, Sigark here, and today I'm going to show you how to build the perfect starter base in the Infected. So let's get right into it. So the starter base I'm going to show you how to build, it's going to be very easy to build first of all. It's going to give you the best defense against the Infected and Predators, and it's also going to be expandable later on in case you need more living space. So in the Infected, you could start off at a few different locations on the map, but it's always going to look kind of similar to this. You're going to have a wide open area, a wide open dirt area, and there's always going to be a water source here. So a little pond area you'll have right near their dirt area. So this is actually where we're going to build the base, right over the pond. The great thing about that is none of the Infected or Predators can swim. No matter what happens, you'll be protected in your base. If you do build on the land and you get into some trouble, they could possibly break down into your base and kill you. Let's get this started. So what we're first going to do is go into our book here and start with the wooden foundation. So the wooden foundation, the first one we're going to place, is going to be right at the edge of the water. You kind of want to find where the water meets the land, and then you want to place the foundation. You'll hold down X and then adjust your mouse wheel so it turns green like this, and then find where the water meets the land, and then we're going to build that. We're doing it this way, that way you can easily just walk up to the foundation from the land without jumping or without any kind of bump there. That's the first foundation, that's step one. After that, we're going to build out two more foundations, and it should lock right to the second one, so it should be easy. 3. I'm doing this guide in creative mode, but if you were just in regular standard mode, it's going to be the same process. It's just going to take you a little bit longer. So here we got 3 foundations going out. So you're going to build out one more, a fourth one, and then you're going to build one on each side of that, and then one more, one. So it's basically 3 foundations wide, 2 deep. You can make it a little bit bigger if you want to. This is kind of like the bare minimum, and this should be more than enough space to last you the early parts of the game. So we got the basic foundation down. This might take you a few minutes, but once you get this down, you're pretty much halfway there. Next, what we're going to do is build the walls. So in the front, we're going to put the wooden door frame down right there. And then as far as the walls, you can do just a regular wooden wall. I like the wooden window frame, that way I can see outside in every direction. So I'm going to do that. There. Good. So now I have all of the walls built. Looks pretty good. And then I might as well build a door as well. So when it comes to the door, by default, it's going to have the handle on the left side. I actually like to rotate it with my mouse wheel. That way it's facing the other direction. Because when you open it this way, it's going to open inwards. If you do it the other way, it opens towards you, and if you're in a hurry, you're going to have to like back up and then run towards it. So I like it this way, but play around with it, do it whichever way you want. So we got the door. Next thing we need is just a ceiling, so let's get that. So we're going to go with the wooden ceiling, and we're going to put 6 of those down. Nice and simple. Bam. So that's the basics of the house. That's the bare minimum. There are a few other additions you can add onto it. For example, if you want to put up some basic defenses, go down to the spike trap, and you can put a couple of those down. I'd recommend putting them right about there, there. 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 And you could even put one right here as well, because you can easily just jump over it. As you're building though, you might want to just move this one to the side, and then if you have some enemies come, you could always move it right back if you need to. Once you have this built, throw some of your made items down, your campfire, your bed, etc. If you do want to add on to it later on, what you can actually do is you can delete the wooden ceiling, just like that. And you can build the wooden stairs. So once you do this, you have a whole second floor to work with. And you can do that again if you wanted to. I mean, you can build up endlessly in this game for the most part. You can go higher than you ever need to go. So that gives you that second floor. Up here would be a good place to put like plant beds. So if you want to put some plants down, that's a good place for it. And the good thing about this is you're always near a water source. You can always go in here, get water, and there's fish in here too. So you can always get some fish. So you got food and water right near you. Also, if say you're being attacked and they destroy all your spike traps, worst case scenario, what you can actually do is just come back here, go to the middle wooden foundation, and delete it. Once you do that, you're still protected. They can't get to you, no matter what. You can just sit here all day, nothing could hurt you. You could even leave it like that if you want to, but you gotta jump across every time. Alright, so now that we have the basic house built, I'm going to place down some of the core items that you'll probably build in the first few days, just to give you an idea of how I would set everything up. Let me throw down a few important things here. So we got our bed. I just threw down a few things and arranged them in a somewhat orderly fashion. Most important things for the first few days probably be your bed, campfire, workbench, some storage, drying rack, weapon rack, the anvil, some stone forges, and then we got some storage for firewood, plank, and sticks. Oh, and stones as well. And then, like I said, you can also put a few plant beds on the top if you want to. Since you're right near the water, it's going to be easy to fill up the water source. And then once winter comes, you can easily pick up the plant beds, move them inside, and then as long as your fire's going, the plants won't die. What I'm actually going to do now, I'm going to wait until nighttime, and I'm actually going to fight a horde here, just so you can see how it holds up in real time against the infected. So yeah, I think I'm going to sleep for a little bit. Okay, we're in a horde night. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to delete this middle foundation here, just to show you how this base works. Close this door, and I'm going to get up top for a better view. I'm not really going to attack them at first. I'm just going to wait it out and see what they do. Oh. There's the first one. So they're getting hit by the spikes mainly. He just destroyed that one. There's one there. See, they just kind of stand there. They can't really do anything. He just got killed by the spikes. That second one will probably destroy them. So that's all of them. One's dead. There's 5 left. Oh, 4 left. I'm a little bit further on, so I have the crossbow, but if you have the bow and arrow, so even just this basic archer bow, you can kill them in one shot with a headshot. So they're all going to kind of congregate right there, and you can pick them off one by one. Nice and easy. So that's it. So you can probably get this base done on probably your second or third day, no problem. And then you'll be nice and safe from the infected. You won't have to worry about it. You can concentrate on doing other things. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for this episode. If you're just starting out in this game and you're having trouble with the first few days of gameplay, I do have a perfect start guide, which takes you through the opening tutorial, how to gather resources and other things when you're first starting the game. So I'll leave a link for that in the description below. Check that out. As always, please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.